Hi guys, let's look at a very interesting episode in Microsoft Access. Now this one probably has in one day, one time come to your notice. It's a very frustrating error. You cannot add or change a record because a related record is required. For example, in table students. Here guys, I will use students table. So you cannot add or change a record because a related record is required in table students. Now, I have the following tables. I have the table students and membership, clubs, activities, and finances. Look at this scenario whereby I want to add student ID in members table, but I get this error. You cannot add or change a record because a related record is required in table student. Now, what does this mean? In the scenario whereby student ID is a primary key in table students and a foreign key in table memberships. You can also look at the link below this video that explains the difference between a primary key and a foreign key. Now, that's a fancy way of saying I don't know this student ID. It is not in the students table. So simply this means the ID you have added in the membership table, that is in the foreign key student ID, is not available in the parent table students. For example, let's say your student ID is from number 1 to number 4. So when you try to add number 5 or number 6 or any other number that is not 1 up to 4, it will bring that error. It is telling you that I don't know this student ID or it doesn't exist in that table highlighted students. Why this happens? Your database is like a set of connected puzzle pieces. The students table is the master list of all students. The member table is a list of students who joined a club. So the student ID in the member table must match a student ID that already exists in the students table. This rule is called a foreign key constraint. It's there to make sure you don't add a member who isn't a student. So when you pause this video and then repeat this one, internalize this one, you'll be in a position now to see. You cannot add a student ID in member table that doesn't exist in the student list. That one will violate inferential integrity and bring now the foreign key constraint. Now, how do you fix it? Here is what you need to do. Check the student ID you are trying to add. Make sure that student ID already exists in the students table. If it doesn't exist, you need to first add that student to the students table. Once the student is in the students table, you can safely add them to the member table. So that one is that. For example, let's say you want to add student ID 1, 2, 3 to the member table. First check, is there a student with ID 1, 2, 3 in the students table? If you add 4, 5, 6, it will bring that error because our student ID is 1, 2, 3. So 4, 5, 6 is not part of whatever is in the students table. Now, if yes, go ahead and add them to the member. If no, add them to students first, then add it to the member. So let's go through a practical session one-on-one. Now here I have this database. So I have this database here. So I have this database, guys. So let's look at this database. Now if I go to database tools, then relationships, you can see now the relationship. I use students and members. Now if I double click this one, you can see I have enforced referential integrity, student ID, primary key in students table, foreign key in members table. That is the related table. And for that case, there is no way I can add a member student ID in memberships table who doesn't exist in the students list. So if we do that one as expected, now this is our dashboard. Now we have our student list. You see, we have students 1, 2, 3. With this admission number, we have Don, we have James, and Jebet. That means we have 3 students, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I go to register them as members, here I click on add member. Now if I go here and add student number 5, club number 1, and then the role is executive, and then it's active. You see, I get that error. You cannot add or change a record because a related record is related in table students. So for this case, I need first of all to close this. I go to students table and add number 5. So I'll go to this point. So for this case here, I can now just add student 104, also add 105. Now this one can be keep Koech, Sharon. This one can be Ari Muhammad. This one is in 4 East. This one is in 4 North. For that case, if now I cross this one, then go to membership and then go to add new. So here, student number 5, club number 2. The student is just a regular member and is active. You see now, it accepts since that student is there. So guys, that one is an error that appears when you violate when you violate the referential integrity, bringing the foreign key constraint, or it violates the integrity. So you need to be very keen on how to handle that one. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Remember to subscribe if you have not. If you have subscribed, comment and share this video.